We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we brought in Houston's finest, LJ from H-Town, to break down this NFL slate. How you doing, LJ?
Doing great, man. Thanks for inviting me back on. So, hey, let's share with the people and make some money today.
Oh, yeah. I remember last time we got comments that they love the props. So better bring the props today.
Oh, I got them. I just did a prop show on my channel, so I'm going to bring the juice today as well. So let's get to it.
Awesome. Do it. I might dabble in a little prop. So let's see what we can do today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're gonna go over yesterday real quick.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go in deep in depth. I somehow at the end of it only finished down 2.5 units yesterday. But the end of the night was horrible. Hockey kicked my ass. I had 4 games going to overtime. I only won 1 of them, and that's how you know things are going right or wrong, or if you can win overtime games. And I'm 1-3 yesterday and 2-6 in my last 8 for overtime games, which are coin tosses. So that's how you can tell if things are going right or things are going wrong. College football yesterday was great. Let me get my let's see what my record. I think
who are the teams that decided to show up?
I mean, yeah. For my plays yesterday, that was the only thing that didn't keep me from completely drowning yesterday because I was up 6.83 units in college football yesterday. But in the NHL, I finished down 7.96. So not a great day yesterday overall. Finished down 1.65 units. My bad, because I forgot. I woke up to Hawaii and UNLV pushing the over 56. So that was nice to see. At least I didn't lose that one. But yeah. Overall, yesterday, not a great day. What about you, LJ? What did you do yesterday?
I actually took the day off yesterday because I don't bet college, and it was a couple of NBA games that I wasn't really interested in. So I just rather save my money for today. So that's how I did that.
I can't remember the last time I took a day off. Tim, what about you?
I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm kidding. The site was not good yesterday. We had a couple of plays that looked good to start off and then just completely fell apart. Teams that blew leads, college basketball teams that decided to miss free throws at the end and couldn't cover. So that's just how it is. Yelling at my TV screen for 19-year-olds to make free throws is just so much fun. That's not the point. We have a bunch of stuff today. We'll get into today's card. And if you guys want to know anything about yesterday, go on to the EarleSportsBets.com website. All of our plays are tracked up there. It was not pretty. We were down 6 units. Mm-hmm. 1 sec. Got to go to church real quick. You have fun with that. Good morning, Earle Bros and chat. Good morning, Icex. With what logo do you have there? I can't. Is that England? Do you have an England logo? All right, you have fun with that. Ecuador, Qatar, both teams. Oh, so that's the kick the ball sport. Yeah, we're paying attention to the real football today. Yeah, you guys have fun with your other football, your fake football. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, social appreciation, subscribe, and share. Dang right. Earle Bros, what's good? What's good? LJ, what's up, young man?
Hey, shout out already.
Oh. Hey, good morning, LJ. There you go. Hey, and then LJ is in the chat saying, "What's going on, chat? Let's cash today. Let's get it. I got dogs in the NFL and NHL. There you go. Wait, so people actually take days off? That never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I take off 1 day every single year, and it's the game. It's the day after the All-Star break.
Wrong. You bet a WNBA game that day.
Oh, never mind.
It's about being disciplined. Sometimes you just got to be disciplined and refresh. You know, that's
disciplined. Nah. Russian table tennis time. Anyway, here real quick. Pulling up my numbers for this because people do ask about college basketball.
Yeah, you took the day off yesterday. I had 70 plays yesterday. So
wow.
Well, I bet a lot of college football. We got a lot of college basketball. I'm a high volume guy, so I fire away. So
hey, I ain't mad. I wish I was a high volume. If I had the bankroll, I would be. But hey,
small units, more bets.
Hey, I got you.
Central Florida. All right, I can't find them on here. Oh wait, they're under UCF. All right, we didn't have a total for that one. Because I guess that was an added game. We'll have to do that one later. Same with UMass. Any of the added game, the tournament games, we don't really have totals for because there were a bunch of stuff going on with them. It's Miroslav Klose, who used to play for Germany. Yes, go Germany in the World Cup. I have them 10-1 that I bet in the middle of July. Qatar to score first. You have fun with that stuff. Supness. We get a supness from Lex.
I did hear an angle behind that Qatar play. That's kind of interesting. That I almost bet
Qatar. They're home.
A host country has never lost an opening game.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know if that's 100% correct, but I saw that on Twitter. One person said the host nation's never lost an opening group game in the FIFA World Cup, so that for that reason he was on Qatar.
Okay, hey, why not?
Not saying to bet it. I didn't bet it, but that's what I heard.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start up with some NFL, and of course we get the most fun game to start it off with because the Ravens are a 13-point favorite against Carolina. Total of 41.5 in this game. LJ, we'll let you go first for this one. This one's a widespread game, the biggest spread game of the day. Are you interested in this one at all?
Not far as the spread. Baltimore doesn't play good at home. They're 0-3-1 ATS at home. So they're a better road team against the spread. So that's one reason why I'm not on it. And number two, I just don't trust the fact that, they're more of a first half team. And even though they are 2-0 versus the NFC South, I believe they will win the game. But, I'm just going to take the for sure bet with me, and that's Lamar Jackson, over 60.5 rushing yards, minus 114, because he's averaging 70 on the season. He's averaging 77 at home, and he's averaged 82 in the last 2 weeks. And Baltimore has 8 straight games with 150-plus rushing yards. So I believe that out of those 150-plus rushing, Lamar Jackson should get 60 of those. So that's the bet that I'm on.
The number is a 60?
60.5.
And Lamar Jackson's the running back, right?
Exactly. He's the leading rusher of that team.
So I'm writing that down. Lamar Jackson on over 16 rush. Okay. I have a couple props written down on some games too. So
okay.
Yeah, I was kind of interested.
All right, Nick, Panthers, Ravens. What do you think?
Gross. Let me get up what my numbers are for this.
Gross.
Game.
That's fair.
I have this game at an 11.5, so 1.5 of value towards the Panthers on the road here. But I have a feeling this could easily be one of those 35-12 games, something along those lines, where similar to what they did against what Cincinnati did against them. I think that Baltimore could do against them here. I don't really have an interest in much in this game, so this ended up being a pass for me at the moment. Carolina or nothing now.
That's
at this price.
I gotta say, I don't remember the exact percentage, but one of the big trends that was going on this year, if there's a spread of over 9.5, take the under. Now,
the under.
Yes. Now, am I doing that at this point? No, because the line opened up at 44. Now it's 41.5. You missed 2.5 points of line movement, and it went over the 42. So that's definitely not an option for me at this point. Baltimore wins this game. I don't really think that's a bold
What?
take.
You're going out on a limb there.
But I cannot lay 13 with them. But on the opposite side, I do not want anything to do with the Carolina Panthers. They had their one big win after they lost Christian McCaffrey against Tampa Bay. They blew that one game against Atlanta, and then they're just tanking now. Tank for what? Hayden Hooker at this point? What are they doing?
Is Hayden Hooker okay? Like I saw he it looked like he tore something yesterday, but it looked like he walked off.
But no, this Panthers team is going down the drain. I'm not really interested in going after this one.
The real question is, are they going to score today, the Panthers?
That's a big question as well. Tim, will you have a Hail Mary for us? And yesterday wasn't a good day for us college, but NBA was good, went undefeated yesterday. Yep, me too. I went 1-0 in NBA yesterday.
I saw an interesting stat in college.
Game. Oh, huh?
What do you mean over in the Atlanta game?
Atlanta Toronto game yesterday?
Oh, I thought you were reading out a comment. I'm like, what are you doing?
No. He said good day for us as college, but NBA was good. Undefeated yesterday. I said yes, I was undefeated too yesterday. I had the over in the Atlanta game.
Gotcha.
Never in doubt. Totally didn't need overtime.
I had the Sixers plus 11.5 or plus 3.5. Never in doubt.
Oh, there you
Also,
go.
I saw an interesting stat with college yesterday that if you are a top 5 ranked team yesterday, you went 0-5 ATS, but 4-1 outright.
Huh.
Georgia didn't cover. Ohio State didn't cover. Michigan didn't cover. And TCU didn't cover.
And
Tennessee didn't
Tennessee
cover.
lost outright.
And they lost outright.
Oh, Murray, first to 20. You're the one that does the first to 20 props, dude. Good luck. I trust you on that one. Favorite dog for today and favorite in college basketball. We have 0 favorites today. But I will say, go ahead, grab Morgan State money line versus who did they get today? Was it Queens? Queens of Charlotte. There you go. Morgan State today. Have fun with that. Oh, by the way, LJ, we like going after the college basketball teams that if people say that doesn't sound like a real school, that's the right school for us to bet.
Okay.
Ravens -7 the first half. That's probably the best bet for it.
Yep.
Not 100% sure, but definitely an angle, especially since Qatar cheated to host the World Cup. Okay.
Did you hear what Qatar did?
How did they cheat?
I heard there may be scandals going on with them, but did you hear what they did as far as at the stadium? 2 days before the World Cup started, they banned the selling of beer at games.
Okay. Oh, that's smart.
Because they're a Muslim country and alcohol is very limitedly consumed there.
Oh.
I guess that makes sense.
People that was going should have known that anyway.
I know, but they just did it 2 days before the games happened. Like they thought they were going to be able to sell it there.
Ravens money line 10-unit whale play. No, come on, dude. What are we doing? Yo. What's up, Joe? PMI Super Boost. Bills and Chiefs to each win and Vikings to cover 7.5. Pick the loser. All of them.
2 or 3.
All of them. All of them. Cowboys by double digits. Chiefs lose outright. Bills lose outright. Let's get it. Okay. Wow. I don't think the Bills lose. There you go. There's your one winners, the Bills. 2-2 for me. Thank God I jumped on Navy money line. There you go. Damn, Nebraska losing sucked. Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal. They score. Who do you call it? Scored with like 30 seconds left, and that lost my Nebraska plus 395 ticket. Yeah.
Bears and Rams, no doubt. I don't want anything to do with those. Jets, there you go. And the Vikings are the biggest trap play of the week, but we'll talk about them later.
Mm-hmm.
Live bet ruined my day yesterday. Everything I locked in with besides USC Blue. There you go. That sucks. Chargers, definitely. And Cardinals tomorrow. I like both of them. Tennessee, wrong side. Yes, it was in football yesterday. Murray State already hit. There you go. I forgot there's already games going on. Yeah. There's a bunch of different little tournaments. Caught USC plus 170. Nevada never again. Eesh.
Yeah, I've got to stop betting Nevada.
I got a running parlay with South Carolina money line yesterday. Wow. And Rams, Bears, and Raiders. Oh, one of them is going to ruin that for you. That sucked. Qatar also bribed Ecuador.
That's what it was.
To lose.
Under
in the LaSalle game. Sure. Do we have a number for that one? I think we do. That sounds like one of the first games of the day. LaSalle. No, we don't have a number for that one because that was one of the extra games. Qatar already down 1-0. Let's go. Okay, back. Let's go. Let's get it, Kevin. Tim, man, you need to be a comedian at least part-time. No, I don't want to be a stand-up comedian. I prefer to sit. Some real cap games today. Yes, 100%. I see about 3 or 4 1-800s. Yes, that's for sure. Got to win it early. Why the hell? There you go. You good luck with them. All right, Nick. We'll jump into this next game. The Philadelphia Eagles are 6.5-point favorites against the Colts, 45. You know everybody knows my rule on the Colts now. They don't touch my card. Nick, are they touching yours?
Yes, they are. I'm back on the Colts here. I got them at 7. I want to say I got +7 with them, which I really like that line. Because that, I mean, I got 7 minus 125. So I got it was a little juiced, but I still got the full touchdown. I got +240 on them, half unit play. There's no way the Eagles lose after no way the Eagles lose 2 in a row, right? There's no way. I had this game as a 2-point favorite for the Philadelphia. So when I saw I got not only up and over a touchdown, but a full touchdown, I jumped on the Colts in this game. Another thing I had written down, because I had 4 players I was looking at for player props. Actually, 2 of them are in this game. One of them is one of the players that leads the NFL, or one of the top guys in interceptions in the NFL versus one of the top teams getting in causing interceptions here. Even though I like the Colts in this game, I was looking at Matt Ryan to throw an interception and then sprinkling on over 1.5 at +250. The Eagles are one of the top intercepting teams, and Matt Ryan, even though he hadn't started a couple games, I think he's like 3rd or 4th in the NFL in interceptions thrown this year. So he's somebody that you can look to throw an interception. And then another one that I noticed that you can look at either his reception prop or you can look at his receiving yards prop is Paris Campbell. When Matt Ryan is under center, his numbers jumped. Like he was averaging over 4 receptions a game. And then they put in Ellinger and he averaged like 2. And then you put Matt Ryan and it went right back up. So I'm probably going to look at Paris Campbell for receiving props here a little bit, as well as maybe Matt Ryan to throw an interception or 2. But for me, my official play is the Colts. I got him at +7 and I sprinkled the money line.
There you go. LJ, I know you love the Colts this year. What are your thoughts?
No, I don't. But y'all should know where I'm going here. First half, Philly, -3.5. The only play I put on this game. I do like the interception prop, though, because Matt Ryan does have 9 interceptions, second in the league, and he's averaging an interception a game. So, hey, not mad at that prop. I'm not going to take it because I'm on another interception prop we'll talk about later. But definitely Eagles, man. -3.5 first half. They're the best first half team in the league, so I'm not jumping off right now.
There you go. Man, this chat is alive today.
It's NFL Sunday. What do you expect?
Goal got called off in Qatar. Yep, offsides.
Oh, it's rigged already.
Public and Sharps on the Jets, Bears, Giants, Panthers. Public and Sharps? That doesn't make sense.
Right. No, you'll notice that sometimes the Sharps and the Public are on the same side.
Oh boy. Okay. Bars stink. Colts +6.5. Colts money line.
Yes.
Nick, not a big hockey guy, but I checked in on some scores from Now AB and Now and Then. That Boston team is rolling.
Yeah, the Bruins are pretty good this year.
I will
say that.
Yeah. If Colts win today, Saturday is going to stay coach for next year. Big game for them. It is a big game.
I don't think Jeff Saturday remains the coach after the season, though. I think he's a temporary fix.
I kind of lean. Well, actually, with Matt Ryan back in, I would kind of lean over, but I didn't bet it. I do like the Eagles first half. You got to follow me back on Twitter, LJ.
What's your handle, Markel? I thought I followed you. But
I think it is Markel, but I'm not 100% sure.
I just typed it in. It didn't come up, so.
Yes, it makes sense. The percentage and the money can be on the same side. I got you. Chat is always alive on Sunday. Most talkative. Yes, 100%.
Everybody has an opinion on football.
All right, game of the week. As the Washington Commanders head into Houston to take on the Texans. The Commies are 3-point favorites with a total of 41 and a hook. LJ, I'll let you talk about your Houston Texans first. What are your thoughts with them today?
My thoughts are that I usually take the Texans first half because they're a good first half cover team, but they burnt me last week. And I'm not going to continue to get burned off the team that I'm always trying to make money on. So I'm going to lay off the Texans today. I do believe Washington will win the game. Texans do play better at home, so I do give them that. But they are 0-2 versus the NFC this year. And the Commanders have won their last 3 road games, and they're 2-0 ATS as a favorite. So I do believe Washington will win. The Texans may put up a good fight. But I have a prop in this game, and I'm going to jump back on Terry McLaurin over 4.5 receptions, minus 107. And I'm going to double up and take his receiving yards over 65.5, minus 126. Because the Texans have allowed 108 receiving yards to 7 receivers out of their 9 games. And this is the leading receiver for Washington. And like I mentioned earlier on my show, that I wouldn't be mad if you took a rushing prop as well. But Gibson and Robinson both run the ball in that backfield. So I don't know who's going to actually get the carries enough to hit their prop. They may both hit it, or one may hit it. I don't know. So I'm just going to lay off that because, we do know the Texans give up a lot of rushing yards. So one of those rushers should hit their prop, if both. But I'm going to take the for sure and take the receiver that's leading the team in receiving. He's averaging 128 receiving yards his last 2 weeks. So I'm going to be back on McLaurin because considering what he did against the Eagles last Monday night, I think this carry over until the worst defense in the league. So that's my prop. But I do believe Washington will win the game.
Yeah, I will say we've seen McLaurin's numbers go up since Taylor Heineke went in. He was not good with wins.
Yeah.
But nobody was good with wins.
I know you have an opinion on this one.
Yeah. My question is who's going to be the lead running back for Washington today? Because that's somebody out. I mean, you're throwing crapshoot on whether it's going to be Robinson or Gibson in this game. Because I wanted to take a rushing prop with a Commanders player. I'm trying to find what his rushing props are or what his rushing numbers are. I think I may have found who to take the rushing prop for. That may be the legend of Taylor Heineke. Even though he's not getting that many rushing. I mean, the last 3 games, he's gotten 5, 4, and 6 rushing attempts. I mean, he got 10 against Philly, which is a decent rush defense. Got 17 against Minnesota and 29 against Indianapolis. So maybe this is a spot where instead of trying to pick which running back's going to get the action, Taylor Heineke, go out there and get me 14 rushing yards. Because his rushing prop's over 13.5. So I'm going to maybe I'm going to write that one down. Heineke.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to just mess around with these today. These are, if I do bet them, they're going to be half unit plays. But I'm going to look at Heineke over 13.5 rushing yards.
Good look. He should run for a first down.
I'm also on the Texans money line because I'm hoping that the Commanders are going to have to run the ball a little bit. So maybe the rushing props will work. Also, looking at the game itself, though, I got Texans at 3.5, and I got the plus 144 money line. And this feels like a letdown spot for me as well for the Washington Commanders. They're coming in. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They're coming in off of a Monday night win against an undefeated division rival, and now they have to travel to play the lowly Houston Texans, if I can speak. I'm reading Texas. I'm like, no, that doesn't. Houston Texans. I think this could be a letdown spot. Plus, my number said this should be more like a 2.5. So I did go ahead and take 3.5 with the Texans as well as a half unit play on the money line in this game. But I'm going to look at Heineke over 13.5 rush yards.
I will say, earlier in the year, people called me crazy when I said that the Washington Commanders could win the division and or at least try to make the playoffs. They started off 1-4. Yeah, now they're in that 8th spot, so they're like a half game back for the playoffs, just behind the 49ers. And an interesting fact, they're the only East Division team out of the AFC and the NFC to not be sitting in a playoff spot at the moment. The entire AFC East is sitting in a playoff spot. And then 3 out of the 4 NFC East teams with the Eagles, the Giants, and the Cowboys all sitting in playoff spots as well. So the East runs the NFL right now. Anyways, I kind of think Washington wins by double digits. I'm on the Washington side of it. I'm not running to go and bet it, but me and Nick differed on this one. I wish Nick agreed with Washington. We could have tried to make that one a circa, but I think Washington wins this one, and I think they end up trying to make a push towards to the playoffs. I know we're still 7 weeks away from that, but this is definitely the time to start pushing, and I think Washington definitely still has a chance to make it.
Absolutely, they have a chance to make it.
All right, back to the chat. More stuff about the soccer game. Texans, please God help me. Leaning towards the over in the Chargers-Chiefs game. It's a divisional game. No. Wow, just lost Furman first half under. Oh, that sucks. What was the score on that one? I was looking at Furman. Is Furman winning? Anyways.
I have not a clue. I'm not even looking at college basketball right now.
Yeah, I'm not at the moment. Opinions on the UNC-JMU game. Lean JMU and lean towards the under. I will say this is probably the biggest discrepancy that we have in college basketball in our rankings. UNC is the number 1 ranked team in the country according to AP. According to our rankings, they're 28th. UNC is overrated. They're going to lose to one of these little teams. Trust me, one of my 3 colleges I root for is UNC. I'm a Tar Heels fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're that good. I don't think they're number 1 team in the nation good. Currently, our number 1 team in the nation is Houston.
Cougars.
The Cougars. And I don't like Houston after yesterday, but that's not the point. Freaking beating up on my Pirates. Anyways.
Money stacker.
His thing is money slacker.
Slacker or stacker?
Money stacker. Money stacker.
Okay.
Scroller. I don't have one today. You just got to listen. You got to listen to us, John. Deadskins for the playoff spot, but as a fave the Deadskins. That's fair. Heineke. That's how you pronounce his name. Heineke. There you go. Boise State plus 2.5 hook. What did we have Boise State at?
Okay, Markel, I just followed you back, buddy. Got you.
John, we have that at exactly a 2.5. Here. I'll just send you the the document. Hold on 1 second. Viewer. There you go. I sent you our document, so now you can just go and see all of our numbers. All of our spreads are in there. All of our totals are not. Penalty awards for Ecuador. Virginia money line. I disagree on them. I'm on the opposite side, but I sent you the document, so go ahead, have fun. 1-0 Ecuador.
A stat just came across NFL Network. 9 of the 11 intern head coaches that won their first game have lost their second game.
So fade the Colts today. Got it.
Yeah. That's what this stat says.
No, we'll just keep it within a touchdown. I'll be fine.
All right, we'll head to this next game, which is the New York Jets, who are in New England taking on the Patriots. The spread is at 3.5 in favor of the Patriots, with a total of 38 in this game. I will say the Jets will win today, and it's because of one reason, and it's because of Stacey's mom has got it going on. There you go. Sorry, I just wanted to play it. I had to play it. It's Sunday. They haven't played in 2 weeks, or they had a bye week. Go Jets today. But no, I like the under. It's a divisional game. These two teams are very defensive. This one could end pretty similar to the last game where it went under the total. It could easily be a 16-13 type of game. I like the under. I think the Jets pulled this one out, though. Because if the Jets win today, we could officially call them the first place New York Jets. Because Miami's on a bye.
The world's not ready for that, Tim.
The world's not ready for it. But, Nick, Patriots, Jets, fire away.
I'm on the under as well. I got it at 39. earlier in the week. I bet my totals really early, and I got some really nice CLV if the game is not called Chargers Chiefs on basically every single one of them. I bet it on midnight on the morning of the 14th. So I bet it on basically Sunday, late Sunday night, early Sunday morning, or Monday morning. But I got it at under. I want to keep following my divisional unders. That's just one of my system plays is 2 divisional teams play. You bet the under. If I had to pick a side, it's the Patriots. I think the Patriot. I mean, Belichick at home is not something I'm looking to fade as well. I had this game around a 5-ish, so I don't like the hook there. I can see this being a 3-point Patriots win. So I stayed off the side, but I did get involved with the under at 39. I think the lowest I'll go in that one is like 37.5.
That's fair. LJ, divisional game. What are you thinking?
I'm with you. I'm on the under, and I got it at 38.5. I took it real early. So both these teams, great defenses. They sacked the quarterback. But the offenses haven't been putting up a lot of points. So I think that correlates with an under. Jets are 4-0 ATS on the road, 4-0 straight up on the road. So they possibly could win the game, but the history, like he just mentioned with Belichick versus the Jets, it could go the New England's way. So I can't choose. I don't want to try to pick a side in this game, and I'll just stick to the under because both defenses get after the quarterback. So that's my play.
I will say, I know the numbers are against my team with the history in this one. Keep in mind, I think was it like 20-2 the last 22 games or whatever for the Patriots. Keep in mind, most of those were with Tom Brady as quarterback, not Mac Jones.
Who?
Tom Brady. That Tom Brady guy. And a lot of those were with a lot better of teams and a lot worse of Jets teams. But just be careful with I know a lot of people like to use trends that stretch out across like 15 years. And me and Higgs were joking around about that one day. We were looking because one person on the Picks and Parleys site would bring up a stat and he would bring up like different trends from like 2006 game with Jay Cutler playing. It's like, really? We're using those stats? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think we could kind of throw away those stats considering, Brady was the quarterback for a while of those, but we'll see how it goes. I know it's Belichick, so. IceX wants to donate to the books because he says Patriots -30 and a hook. I'm surprised right if there's 30 points scored in the game in general, but that's fair. Jets +3.5, but scary with their clown quarterback. I know Zach Wilson's not the best quarterback.
He's terrible.
Under 38, yes. Patriots defense anytime touchdown. Nope. Lions Giants game. We'll get to that one in a couple, I think. That's actually our next game. So you took the Ravens first half. But you mentioned the Giants and the Lions. Here we go. Giants and Lions. The Giants are 3-point faves. Total of 44 and a hook. I will say we have 3 circuit plays today. We had one of them. We had the Titans on Thursday night, and then we have Cardinals on Monday night. The first ones in this game were on the New York Football Giants -3. The Lions are awful on the road. They finally got their first road win. I believe it was last week in Chicago. Good job, Lions. You finally did it. You're not winning 2 in a row. This is a team that I believe the Lions are 1-11 their last 12 road games or something. And that was the first road win for Dan Campbell as head coach. You're not going into the Giants Stadium beating them. This may be one of the most squarest plays on the board. I don't really care. I'm taking the Giants -3. It's one of our circus. LJ, we'll let you go first with this one so that we get the Giants fans' opinion last. Lions and Giants, what are you thinking?
I'm leaning Giants -3. I haven't pulled the trigger yet because I don't believe Detroit can win 2 road games in a row after getting lucky last week on a lot of Chicago Bears mistakes. But I'm definitely going to take the under because, as we know the trend, 15-1-1, last 17 home games is the Giants Stadium. So I do believe that's going to hit again. The Giants are 4-1 ATS at home. So all the numbers point to the Giants today. but I am on Jamal Williams over 70.5 rushing yards. Well, no, I'm sorry, over 60.5 rushing yards minus 109 because he's averaging 70 on the road and he's averaged 64 yards in his last 4 weeks. And the Giants have trouble stopping the running back position at home. They've given up a total of 89 average to 7 different running backs at home. And this includes Justin Fields had 52, Lamar Jackson had 77. So a lot of different running backs. Pierce, Kenyon Drake, Pollard, even McCaffrey when he was with Carolina earlier in week 1 had 102 yards on the Giants defense at home. So I do believe this trend will continue. Jamal Williams over 60.5 for Detroit, minus 109. Before it's the side, I'm sticking to the under, which has been cashing the last 17 home games.
Now I'll quickly ask you about Williams. Is Williams the main running back, or is Swift in there too now?
I think Swift is the more dual, like catching out of the receiving. I think
Sure.
Jamal is the bell cow.
I don't really pay attention to the player props, so I figured I'd just throw that one out there because I know I have Swift on my fantasy team for one of the leagues that I'm like 2-7 in or whatever. But I didn't know whether or not he was actually reliable at this point. But
yeah, he's the bell cow.
Okay, gotcha. Nick, Lions, Giants. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I had this game around a 5, so I saw a couple points of value with the Giants. I mean, we're on the Giants here in this game, so that's definitely something I did bet with Giants -3. I won't talk anybody off of Saquon Barkley props because Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley. What is LJ real quick? What is Detroit's numbers again? Rushing numbers on defense.
Their rush defense? They're second last behind
last?
the Houston Texans.
All right. So they're second to last. The Giants are a team that runs the ball a lot, and you can tell by the way Saquon Barkley's rushing props 100.5 today.
Yeah.
So I got 2 rushing props I like for the Giants today. Saquon Barkley is one of them, and Daniel Jones is the other. Daniel Jones over 37.5 rushing yards at -114. Saquon Barkley over 100.5 rushing yards at -118 are 2 props I'm going to be I'm betting. Looking for them to continue to pound the rock, and I expect them to be up in this game. So I expect a lot of running because when you're leading games, you're going to be running the ball more. So I'm taking Daniel Jones because he's somebody taking a little bit of Vanilla Vic to get over 37.5 receiving yard or rushing yards, and then Barkley as well over 100.5.
There you go. One more thing to mention before we move on from this game. The New York Giants are the most picked team in the circuit contest this week.
That's not a bad thing. That's actually had a pretty decent track record this year.
They have 1,449 people. That's the most by 50. The next highest is the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll talk about them later. But Giants are the most picked team in circa this week. Daniel Jones will slice and dice the Lions defense. You're on the over. You have fun with that.
It's an interesting look.
I'm on Saquon yards. Keep them churning. Let's get it. Lions first half under. Sure. Man, I want to take the Giants, but they don't seem to cover with ease. High winds and Goff sucks outside in the cold usually. Last week was crap. Yeah. Steelers, Jets, Giants, money lines. All to a plus 987. Have fun, dude. I hope you win. Daniel Jones passing yards over 199 and a hook against the stinky Lions pass defense.
I don't hate
That's
that.
fair. We'll go from the fun games to this one. As we get the Rams and the Saints. The Saints are 2.5-point favorites. 39.5 is the spread. LJ's already shaking his head. Why are you shaking your head, LJ?
I mean, we don't even have to talk about this game. This
All right,
game
good.
is trash.
All right, fair enough. Nick, anything in this one, or can we just move on?
This was like the one game that I looked at and went, nope, and moved on.
All right, cool. We don't have to talk about this one. Rams don't have. I don't think Rams have.
I think the line's reflecting that Matthew Stafford might be back this game.
All right, he might be back. I don't really care. We'll move on from this one. That's fine. So we'll go from one game to we get the Falcons, who are 2.5-point home favorites against the Bears, 49. All right, LJ seems to be a little bit more interested in this one. Why are you interested in this game?
Because I got money on this game.
Hey,
there we go.
Would you like for me to fire away?
Yeah,
Go
go
for
ahead.
it.
Come on.
Well, number one is that I don't know if y'all know, but Justin Fields is from Atlanta. So he's coming back home. He got people in the crowd. And I do believe when athletes have family in the crowd coming back to their hometown, they tend to perform very, very well. And considering the Bears came off that horrible loss last week to Detroit, which I'm not going to get over for in a while, I am going to jump on the Bears today, plus money. Falcons are 0-2 ATS as a favorite at home. They're 0-2 ATS overall as a favorite. And of course, if everybody knows me, I am on Justin Fields over 70.5 rushing yards, minus 124, because he's averaging 116 rushing yards his last 4 weeks, which is top 3 rushing in the league behind Saquon and Derrick Henry. So that's going to be my shirt. And of course, the Falcons have allowed 8 rushers to average 84 yards on them out of the 10 games that they played. So I'm going to stay on the Justin Fields prop. I do believe he's going to cash it. And the Bears are 10-2 ATS in their last 12 games versus Atlanta. So all the numbers point to the Bears. And like I said, I like the fact they're coming off their loss. They play better on the road, in my opinion. And the Falcons don't play good at home. So Bears plus 3.5. Well, I got it at 3.5. You say it's 2.5 now? That's the number?
Yeah.
Whatever the number is, plus money. You can even swallow the points and take the money line. So I'm on Bears all day, and I'm on Justin Fields rushing prop over 70.5.
There you go. I will say before Nick goes, the Bears plus 3 is the 4th most bet circuit play this week. So it's one of the top 5. So that's another team that's normally the top picked ones normally do pretty well. So Bears plus 3 is another one of the top picked circuit plays this week. Nick, thoughts on the Bears and the Falcons?
The more and more I looked at this game, I really had no interest in betting this game. I did get to Justin Fields over 72.5 rushing yards. I got at minus 107. So that was one I had. That's one I had circled last night that I was going to look at to bet this morning. The more and more I looked at it, I got an interesting question. Have either of you guys seen anybody that has given out the Falcons this week? No? I'll be the first. I took the Falcons minus 2.5 here at home. And one thing that is just one of those fade the public type of plays. When I see multiple sources saying that the Bears are the top bet team of the week and things along those lines, and we usually see what happens when underdogs take a lot of money, it doesn't go too well, especially a road dog. So I took a shot here. Just one play. I took minus 2.5 with the Falcons in this game. I had this game around a 3. So once that game dropped below a field goal, I took it. So I took the Falcons minus 2.5, but I do have Justin Fields over 72.5 rushing yards. And I wouldn't probably talk you off of taking Mariota rushing props as well, because I know he's been pretty good rushing as well.
That's fair. I will say I have nothing involved in this game. If I wanted to pick a side, and it's strictly for the circuit purposes, I would want the Falcons to win and cover. Because if all of a sudden 1,200 people get a loss on their record, that helps us out. But I'm personally, I have 0 money on this game. So good luck to you two guys going against each other. Let's get it. That should be fun.
Yeah, it's one of my least confident plays of the week, though. So this was one of the ones I added last night.
Saints minus 2.5. You have fun with that one. Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot to play something for it. Rams versus Saints.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yes.
All right, we're good. Cup's out for a while. Yes, he is. Bears money line. You have fun with that. Over in the Bears game. I will say.
It didn't touch that magical number for me.
I think this is the best 4 games that the Bears have played in a long time, and they're 0-4.
Yeah.
So, there you go. 2-0 Ecuador. Bears money line. No. Let's go Jets. I like it. Let's go Jets. Crap games galore. Bears and the Rams. Bears plus 3.5. Have fun with that. Justin Fields and the Bears moneyline parlay. No. Rams plus 3.5. Yikes. I would never take NOLA as a favorite. Yeah, I wouldn't take the Saints as a favorite either. What simulation should I run? Run the Cowboys-Vikings game 5 times and tell us what it says.
5 times.
Yeah. Well, he's got the rest of the stream. There you go. I wouldn't personally do TD prop. That's fair. Now you got me questioning stuff. I bet the Falcons every week. Whoa, Nick. Damn it, Nick. Falcons -7. Oh, Falcons. Rams, though. Bears losing ugly last week. Going back to losing again. No hope. Come on. No more hope on Saints. Vikings money line. To the Vikings money line, we say
It's a trap.
there you go. You guys, you know how Higgs is doing? So yeah, he just had surgery, so he's gonna be out a couple of days. I'm not sure exactly when he'll be back, but he'll be back soon. Bills. We'll talk. I think the Bills game is next. And this one's actually an interesting one because the Bills are 7.5 point favorites, total of 50.5. That one went way back up after they decided to move it to Detroit, which sucks because Nick was actually going to bet an over this week for the first time since what was it? Detroit against New England. But this one's moved to Detroit, so there's not really any weather conditions to worry about anymore. The Bills are 7.5 point favorites, total of 50.5. Nick, actually, real quick for me, I'll say I have nothing involved in this game because moving locations, all that stuff. If anything, I would favor the Browns in this game at 7 and a hook. But Nick, what are your thoughts on this one?
I would still lean towards the Bills in this game because if moving my number for it to account for a neutral site at home, in Buffalo, I had this game as Buffalo -11.5. At a neutral site, I had Buffalo as a 9.5. So I still lean Buffalo in this game, and I think Buffalo can still win this matchup and cover this number. Maybe some props with Stephon Diggs could be interesting as well. And if you're looking on the other side, Nick Chubb could be interesting as well. I did not personally get involved in this game at all, though. It would be a lean towards the Bills.
That's fair. LJ, thoughts on this game?
I'm the same way, man. The fact that it's moved, I was on the Bills at home, but the fact that it's moved, I don't want to bet it because anything can happen in a different atmosphere. But I would lean towards the Bills still because they are 2-0 versus the AFC North. And the Browns, they're 0-3 versus the AFC East. And they've lost their last 3 road games. So those are the numbers that just gets me off of the game. It's just too much uncertainty. But I like the Diggs look, as far as props. I would look at Stephon Diggs. He's leading the league in receiving. So definitely that would be a good shot. But other than that, I'm going to stay off just because they've moved to a neutral site.
That's fair. I'm on the exact same page. My Higgs TCU locked you. Okay. Honestly, I took Bears money line. I don't know how crazy I am, but I did.
Hey, I'm with you. I may be crazy too.
Best wish it. Yeah. Check the weather in Minnesota. Might go in favor of Minnesota. Dallas doesn't like the cold. Just a thought. Then why is Dallas? Well, I think that's the next game. No, it's not. We're going to make it the next game we talk about because we're already starting to talk about it. Cowboys, Vikings. And this one is, I think this is the first time that we're able to say this year. Both these two teams are in the top 5 most bet for Circa.
Yeah.
Cowboys are number 2, $13.99. Vikings are number 5, $11.87. These two teams this is probably one of the most bet games of the day. And the line movement in itself will tell you everything you need to know. The Dallas Cowboys are -2. They're 2-point favorites. Going into Minnesota, an 8-1 Minnesota coming off of a win against the Buffalo Bills. Oh, what did Dallas do last week? They blew a 14-point lead to the Green Bay Packers. So you get the Vikings coming off their best game of the year. You get the Dallas Cowboys coming off of choking. And yet this game has gone from a pick'em to a -2. Oh, by the way, all the money in the cash is all over Minnesota. This is a game that Vegas is going to eat in because money just keeps. Come on, keep betting your Minnesota. Keep betting your Minnesota. We're going to bump the line up, though. We're going to make it more appealing to bet the Vikings. And then the Cowboys are going to win this game by double digits. Cowboys outright in this game. That's one of our circuit plays. This is the biggest trap play of the week. Actually, I'm watching the thing. It's actually moved up to 2.5 now. Oh, the money is still coming in on Minnesota. Yeah, give me the Dallas Cowboys today. Nick, I know we're on the same page, but go ahead.
Yeah, we are on the same page here. I got Dallas money line -123, and one thing we've noticed is when Kirk Cousins has to go up against playoff caliber defenses, meaning the Bills and the Eagles, because those are the only two playoff other than the Dolphins.
Minnesota's a dome, so it's not cold.
Yeah. But when we look at it, when Kirk Cousins has had to go up against top caliber defenses, which we can call Dallas a top caliber defense, he has thrown 2 interceptions against Buffalo. He threw 3 interceptions against Philly. He's one of the top. He's one of the top, I think, 5 players in the league for interceptions this year thrown. And I'm also on a prop in this game. I do have Dallas's money line, but this is one of those where I kind of laddered something here, which is kind of interesting, and the payout's pretty interesting on the top here. Now it went because I'm doing half units on these props. It goes half unit, quarter unit, eighth of a unit. Cousins over a half interception at -115. Cousins over 1.5 interceptions at $5, and a small sprinkle on over 2.5 interceptions at $16. Those are 3 that I mean the last 2 are just small bets, nothing crazy. Big odds though. I think that this is a spot here where we can see Kirk Cousins struggle a little bit. And if they have props for, let's see, do they have? I'm kind of interested to see what this prop is. Of course, they don't have the player I'm looking for, though. I wanted to see if Micah Parsons had an interception prop, because I think that if there's going to be 3 interceptions,
I think he does on some books. I'll pull it up for you.
On the book I have, they only have Byram, Smith, and Peterson all from the Vikings. But if they had a Micah Parsons, because I think if he's going to throw multiple interceptions, he's going to get one of them. So that was kind of interesting to look at there. But I do like the Cowboys today, and I sprinkle a little ladder on Cousins interceptions.
They only have a Micah Parsons sack prop. They don't have an interception prop.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at BetStamp that has all the books. But anyways, LJ, probably one of the biggest games of the week. What are you thinking for this one?
My initial thought was the under, because I think both of these teams are going to try to run the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of passing is going to be in this game, but it may be some situational passing that they may get to towards the end of the game, because one of the teams can't establish the run. So it just depends on what defense is going to make the other team one-dimensional and make them play a different way. Now, I do like that Cousins interception prop. I do like it, but I'm on the other side. I'm taking Dak Prescott over a half interception, because the Minnesota Vikings have averaging 2 interceptions in their last 4 games. So they made Josh Allen throw 2 picks. Bridgewater threw 2 picks. Kyler Murray threw 2 picks. And somebody else threw 1. I don't know the last. I don't know who this is. But I'm getting to that. The defense causes turnovers. And Dak Prescott threw 2 picks versus Green Bay last week. So I do believe he's going to get an interception. Now, the Kirk Cousins ones I like too, because I think that Dallas is going to stop the run and they're going to make Kirk Cousins try to beat them. And he may get risky. He may try to do something spectacular. He may throw an interception. So I think both quarterbacks should have one, but I'm going to put on Dak Prescott considering he's leading the league in the last 4 weeks in interceptions. But as far as the game, I'm leaning towards the under, like I just mentioned, because they have Kirk Cousins over 22.5 pass completion prop, and Dallas has only allowed 3 quarterbacks to get over 22 pass completions on them all season. So their defense is pretty good. They're number 1 in sacks, 35, 63 quarterback hits. So Kirk Cousins can have a lot of pressure on him today. And, I just believe that the defenses are going to step up. It's not going to be a lot of throwing. So I'm going to lean towards the under 49 as the total. But I do believe that it's a trap because Dallas could come in and win this game.
I think they come in and win by double digits, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
I agree.
Humble the Vikings that got a gift last week in that way.
I also saw some metrics that suggest that Minnesota is the luckiest team in the NFL. That one metric has them projected for 4.5 wins at this moment, and they have won 7 games in a row, all 1-score games.
Yeah, 1-score possessions. Yep.
Luck runs out today, you luck box Vikings. I also want to look at I want to take a look at a little bit deeper dive into this, looking at defensive numbers for Dallas to find who is somebody who leads the team in sacks or something along those lines. Because the Dallas Cowboys lead the NFL in sacks this year.
We can find that out right now.
There you go.
And I want to see who leads the Dallas Cowboys in sacks. The only player I can bet to get a sack today is Micah Parsons, and that's minus 143. So I want to see if I can find a prop for over sacks, maybe for that, and then maybe a defensive touchdown over under sacks. And it's Micah Parsons, and okay.
Yeah, he has 8 on the year.
Micah Parsons?
Yeah, it's top 10.
I don't hate that. Maybe look at Micah Parsons to get a sack, and then look for a defensive touchdown to be scored by Dallas today.
I don't hate that.
Because do you think one of these sacks or one of these interceptions can go back into the other direction?
Pick fumble, like somebody fumble, pick it up. Scoop fumble, yeah, anything. I believe it happened. One team is going to get that. I do believe that.
Well, will there be a defensive touchdown? Is plus 220 in that game?
That's a good prop because I can't get that on my book, but I would definitely sprinkle a little bit on that one.
I want to see if I could find it.
Joe, you and everybody else. Vikings money line. Nope, it doesn't. JJ make another hella catch. Yeah. Hey, touchdown Jefferson. It's now 24-7. Yeah. Riding the Cowboys tonight. Yes, we are. How about them boys? Let's get it. Okay. Pollard, anytime touchdown, along with the Cowboys. Yup. Them boys against the spread. Yes. Minnesota is a dome. Yes, they're a dome. Minnesota over. I don't know about that one. Well, I think it's more of a defensive game, but I think it's I can easily see this one being 20-13. Dallas. Dallas defensive anytime touchdown is a tasty look. That's Nick. Watch Kirk
I can't
400
find
yards,
it,
no picks in a 34-31 game. Maybe. Look at these nerds. Trojan cock.
Trojan cock.
I didn't change my profile. We know that's you, Dave. We know that's you.
He's
nobody else in here will say Trojan cock.
I will say, hey, your Trojans won yesterday. Tennessee lost. You had a couple struggle wins from a couple other teams. Trojans look prime if they just need to win out, and I think they make the playoff. Because Tennessee losing definitely helped them a lot. Anyways, we'll go from that fun matchup of Dallas to this matchup where we'll have to see this guy in the game. The Broncos are minus 2.5. 41 is the total. God, this game is gross. It's a divisional game, so we're taking it under. I will say, out of all the divisional games, this one's probably the scariest for betting the under because the Denver Broncos are 1-8 to the under this year. Their only time going over was against Vegas. So they have that little bit of recent history, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. I think this one is a ugly game. We got the under. We're rolling with the under. This one's gonna be gross. Not a game you're gonna want to watch because the Cowboys game will be on at that time, so you can watch that one instead. But LJ, this beautiful, delicious game. Thoughts on it?
I'm on the under as well, man. I mean, both offenses are trash to me, to be honest. And I just can't get over the fact that Josh McDaniels lost to a coach that came off the ESPN set last week. I mean, that's just awful to me. And Denver, like, when was the last time they should be a favorite? They're 0-3 ATS as a favorite this year. There's no way they should be a favorite considering the offense that they have.
Well,
now, their defense
they're
is
a favorite because somebody has to be favorited.
Yeah, I get it. And they're the home team, and their defense is solid. But I can't trust that because, on the other hand, the Raiders are 9-1 ATS in their last 10 versus Denver. But, those parts have been moved. Devontae Adams is on the team now. Russell Wilson's on Denver. So those ATS stats are screwed because of different players on these teams. So for that matter, I don't want to touch a side in this game. So I'm just going to stick to the under, considering the record of Denver's under games.
There you go.
And it's a division game. So
a divisional game in these. You know what? After last week, we have a new worst offense in football. The Colts are no longer the worst offense in football. That is now the Denver Broncos, who are scoring 14.6 points a game.
Boo.
So, Nick, thoughts on this one?
Not only are they the number one offense in football, or the last place offense in football, they're the number one defense in football as well. They only give up 16.6 points a game, which I think that's the first time that we've had a team have the worst offense but the best defense in football since, I think I saw it was the 1943 Steelers, something along those lines. It's been that long since we've had that. Under. I got this early, and I think this is one of my highest CLV plays of the week, because I got this at a 42. Oh, nice. My bad. There's another game that we're going to talk about that's a 9% CLV when it comes to a total that's dropped 3 points since I bet it. But I got under 42 to 41.5, 41 in some spots. This is a spot here for me where I'm going to continue to ride the unders. It's a divisional under, and the Broncos offense is not giving me any motivation to go ahead and back them here. I also want to see one more thing before we head on to the next game here. Ooh, getting plus money for something that's happened in 3 of the last 4 games. I'm interested in that. Because I think I saw it at plus 114. I will take Russell Wilson interception prop at plus 114.
Okay. I don't hate that.
I don't hate it either.
2.5 is plus 500 too.
All right, so we actually betting aside in this one. Raiders money line. You have fun with that. Not sure how you did it. Didn't make the Broncos game a 1-800 gambler. I think the Rams are a good play. You know what? Wait, if you want it for this one, Broncos versus Raiders.
Stop it. Get some help.
Broncos country, we tried.
Yeah, Broncos country, we tried. I like that one. I was one that said that one. Anyway, Raiders win by 1. Got it. Yeah, I got you. All right, Nick, we got 2 games left. Another divisional game, Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati is a 3.5-point road favorite, total of 39.5. We've seen these two teams play already this year, where nobody should have won that game, but because they had to, Steelers ended up winning that one with a game-winning field goal, I think with what? Time running out?
Yep, that was beautiful.
Which was, the line has gone from 4.5 to 3.5, so I will mention that one. And the total has dropped like crazy. Nick, I'll let you go first in this one because I know you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, this is my biggest CLV play of the week, actually. I mixed up the games. I got this total at 42.5, and it's dropped 3 points. I got under in this game. It's a divisional game, so you guys know I bet I will probably be betting all my divisional unders tonight, or all my unders tonight for next week, or probably late tonight, early tomorrow morning for next week. So that's how I get all these really good numbers. It's any total above 50, any divisional matchup, any primetime matchup, which I believe will end up landing me in all 3 Thanksgiving unders, which should be fun. So hopefully they eat all their turkey and then they're slow and don't score many points. But I'm on the under in this game, 42.5 divisional matchup. Plus, I believe the Bengals are one of the best under teams in football this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Second half unders.
Just unders in general.
Yeah.
Because they were
besides the Broncos.
I mean, yeah. They were a team that consistently hit unders. They're 3-5-1 over under this year. They were much better earlier in the year, but I'm on the under 42.5.
LJ, Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I am on Pittsburgh plus 3.5. Because the Steelers, the stat that I was looking at earlier, 26-2 ATS as a division dog under Mike Tomlin. The Steelers are 2-1-1 ATS at home this year, and the Bengals are 0-3 in their division. So they may win the game, but I think the Steelers cover because I got the projections at 20-18 will be the score. So I do like the under, but I think the Steelers can keep it within a field goal. So I'm on Steelers plus 3.5.
There you go. By the way, Nick mentioned the CLV. I will mention one because holy crap, what big CLV. So last night, me and Nick in college basketball bet NCAAM and Wofford under 147. Well, we have 28.8% CLV because it's down to 136.
Wow.
Dropped 11 points. But anyways, I figured I'd mention that one.
Won't bet the over at this point.
No. I keep calling 1-800, but they keep hanging up on me. Yeah, I called them. I asked them what they thought of my plays for the day, and they just hung up on me.
Yeah,
hey,
I asked for a lock for my parlay.
Locks for today? Do you have any locks? Hello? Oh shoot, they hung up on me again. Steelers money line. You have fun with that one. Running the simulation. Must have been an error. Simulation had 34-14 Cowboys. That sounds about right. I don't hate it. I'll try again. All right. We made it back. We got the man back in the house. Let's go, gents. Good afternoon / morning. Let's get it. Second had 14-13 Vikings win. Okay, that one might have the error on it. No, the first game looked fine. The second one had an error. All right. Sunday night football. Speaking about line movement for this one, holy. Because the Chiefs are now only 5-point favorites with a total of 52 in this game. I'm gonna look. Where's the money coming in on this one to the point that it would actually drop that much? Is this another one of those? Because we're on the Chargers. We're on the Chargers in this game. I think the Chargers win this game outright.
Money coming in, slightly money coming in on the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up.
56% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the Chiefs.
More money's on the Chiefs, and yet this line is going towards the Chargers. Interesting. I like the Chargers in this one. It's our third circuit play today. So the three that we have, obviously we had Titans on Thursday, Arizona tomorrow night. Today's are the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Chargers. I like the Chargers this week. I think it's and I believe Chargers are actually Chargers are the third most bet circuit play this week behind the Cowboys and the Giants. So me and Nick have the 3 most bet on our card. Nice. And then along with Cardinals who have like nothing, and then the Titans who had 232. So that's great. But Chargers this week. Nick, thoughts on this one?
I got the Chargers outright in this game. I got it at plus 250, I want to say, earlier in the week. And now that's gone down to a plus 200. I also got plus 7 at minus 120. Now that's down to a +5. But in exchange for having really good CLV for that one, I have under 49.5, and I'm probably going to go ahead and rebet that over or that under now because I got 49.5. It's now 52.5. I'm going to go rebet the under here at 52.5. And this is a game where we saw the Chargers compete in the first matchup between these two teams as well and keep it close. They had a lead for most of that game, and they just couldn't hold on to it. So I can see this game going to overtime potentially as well. So I'm going to go ahead take the Chargers, and I got under 52.5 as well. And actually one total that I was anticipating to bet an over with this week is going to end up as an under now because it's a 50.5.
Oh, all right, man. LJ, Sunday Night Football, Chiefs and the Chargers. Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, man. These two teams play very, very, very close games the last couple of times that they played. I went back the last 8 matchups. But the Chiefs are 8-1 ATS in their last 9 road games versus the Chargers. So Patrick Mahomes played better on the road versus his team versus at home. But I do like the Chargers to cover since the number has come down. And that's why I didn't make a play because I was on the Chiefs last week and I was on the Chargers last week versus the 49ers. And now both of these teams are playing. And I kind of have a rule to where I usually don't take the same team 2 weeks in a row because I've been burned that way a lot of times. And so I'm just going to stay off a side and I'm going to enjoy this game. But I was considering a prop. I was going to consider Patrick Mahomes passing yards over 294 minus 114 because he's leading the league in passing yards. He's averaging 323 on the road, and he's averaging 388 his last 4 weeks. But I went through the numbers. He's only averaging 257 passing yards in the last 8 games versus the Chargers. So that puts it at under. So that's one of the reasons why I stayed off. And also his passing touchdowns. They have it at over 2.5 at plus money 104. But he's only averaged 2 touchdowns versus the Chargers in his last 8 games. Ooh. So a lot of times, if it don't correlate, I'm going to stay off. But it is what I'm considering. I'm considering Patrick Mahomes rushing yards over 27.5 minus 115 because he's averaging 34 rushing yards in the last 8 games versus the Chargers. So I do believe that he probably will scramble out. He likes to scramble out and get first downs a lot. So he may get that 27.5. I haven't pulled the trigger yet since it's a Sunday night game. I'm going to wait to see how my money's looking earlier to see if I will consider jumping on it. So that's just a lean. But other than a side, I'm just afraid that the Chargers can cover this number considering how they've been playing, and the Chiefs are 8-1 ATS in their last 9 road games versus the Chargers. So a lot of numbers don't correlate to me to take a side. But I would be leaning the Chargers just like you guys if I had to make a play.
There you go.
I just discovered an interesting prop in this game. So if I told you can get even money for this prop and it has cashed in 6 of the last 7 games, and that is Patrick Mahomes over half an interception. He had 1 against Jacksonville. He had 1 against Tennessee. He had 1 against San Fran. He had 2 against Buffalo. The only game he didn't was in the Raider game. He didn't throw one. He had 1 against the Buccaneers. He had 1 against the Colts. So he's thrown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interceptions in the last 7 games. And you can get over half an interception for even money. And how many pass attempts does he average?
He throws it a lot, so it makes sense that
he throws it a lot. So that means one is going to end up in the hands of a Charger. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes over half an interception at even money.
I like that. Hold on, let me look that up right quick.
Sounds good. I'll go back to the chat before we head on out for today. Where was I last? Joey B to throw a pick. Sure, why not? That's against Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh should. Yeah, I think that could be a possibility. Chargers money line. Yes. Interesting. Third had the Cowboys winning 41-17. That one sounds right. OBJ to visit the Giants Cowboys after Thanksgiving. Fun. Fourth game, that one seems to have an error on it because the Vikings won. I took App State football spread, and next thing I knew, backdoor ODU scores too late in the game. That sucks. What's good? LJ, thanks for swinging through. Hope you have a good one. Cash the Eagles first half a while back. Didn't get to thank you. Thanks, boo-boo. Mark, I was laughing at that one. All right, fifth one. There you go. So what you're saying, Joe, is that the Cowboys are the play. Got it. Bolts plus 6.5. Yep. UConn minus 1 million. Aren't they like 33-point favorites? Out of all the games you're looking at, UConn, really? Where are they? UConn versus Delaware State. Yeah, you go have fun with that one. I believe it was a 33 point.
Wait, you don't want to back the Hornets?
Huh?
You don't want to back the Hornets?
No, I do not. No, stop it. You have fun with that one. I do not. I'm not in the business of laying 33 points on UConn. So, 15 likes for best bets. I mean, we kind of just went over all the football games. Our circuit plays this week are the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Chargers, along with the Titans and the Cardinals. But those are on opposite days. Those are on other days. Let's go quickly. So pay the bills. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, picks and parlays, premium plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com websites all linked down below. Check out DraftKings, $5 bet on any NFL team, and you receive $200 in free bets. Use the link in the description below, or use the code EarlePMP when you guys sign up. You downloading the app. Check out SeatGeek for all your concert ticket, sporting event ticket needs. ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. LJ, where can all these beautiful people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LJ Sports Media, and they also can find me on YouTube, LJ from Houston, Raw Words Podcast. So just put out a video 30 minutes before I jumped on with y'all, gave all my best props for the day, and I'm continuing throughout the week to put out shows to give future props on different players and things like that. And also, y'all can find me on Nerd Talk with you guys on Wednesdays with Dave, and on Sundays here. Whenever y'all invite me on, I'm willing to jump on with you. So y'all can find me here on Sundays at Earle Bet. So, hey, wherever y'all can find me, let's cash and make some money.
Let's do it. I'm trying to find there's your thing from today. I'm going to quickly copy the link, and I'll throw it in the description so that when we head out, you guys can all check out LJ's video from today. So
appreciate that, sir.
Columbus and the Blackhawks today. Nick?
I only played one game. I have the Florida puck line in the over 6.5 in that game. I did not touch the Blackhawks game.
Fair enough. No NBA. All right, today we're not talking over the games because we've already been live for an hour and 18 minutes. And actually, Higgs is live today, so I have to go over to that shit next. Yeah, but I'm on the under in the Dallas game, and I'm on the Houston Rockets plus 10 because I'm backing home dogs like crazy, and I'm fading Golden State on the road because they still have yet to win a game on the road. So those are my two NBA plays. You like to burn money? No. But here you go. That is the link to LJ's pick video today for all of his best prop bets. Go ahead, check him out. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Only NFL ticket I have: Bills, Panthers, Eagles. Good luck to you. Have fun with that. Nick, go ahead, wrap up the stream for today.
Yeah, that's going to just about do it for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB. That's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother Tim. And we brought in Houston's finest, LJ from H-Town. Good luck, everybody.